In the heart of ancient Greece, where valor and glory meant more than any treasure, a Spartan warrior was born whose life became a challenge to conventional norms and a symbol of an indomitable spirit. This man didn't just live, he burned with a rebellious heart that could not reconcile itself with Sparta's rigid customs, where unquestioning obedience was considered the supreme law. Today, we will discover the story of a brave Spartan whose beliefs and actions defied the laws of his people. But what compelled him to go against the current? What lessons can we draw from his fate? What awaits us on this journey to freedom with this hero? Prepare yourselves, for we are about to make discoveries that will make us ponder the price of freedom and the strength of the human spirit. Integrity. Cinadon, the renowned Spartan rebel, was not only an outstanding warrior and a far-sighted leader, but also a man of unblemished integrity. This virtue, like a guiding beacon, illuminated his every action, shaping his decisions in all circumstances. He was intolerant of corruption and falsehood, boldly challenging them even when his life was at stake. Cinadon remained true to his principles, rejecting any promises or bribes in exchange for silence. His honesty also manifested in his dealings with others. He was fair and impartial, treating everyone with equal respect, regardless of social status. He never abused his power or used his position for selfish gain. In a world where corruption and dishonesty have, unfortunately, become commonplace, the example of this valiant warrior serves as a reminder of the importance of integrity. His story teaches us that truth and justice are fundamental values that must be upheld, even when it is difficult. Cinadon's integrity is not only a historical legacy, but also a source of inspiration for future generations. Unwavering resolve. Cinadon refused to accept the status quo and set an ambitious goal for himself: to change it. To achieve this, he trained tirelessly, forged friendships with certain Spartans, and earned the trust of King Cleomenes III, who appointed him commander of a military expedition. Cinadon seized this opportunity to rally other helots, perioikoi, and foreigners who shared his discontent with the Spartan regime, and he planned a rebellion. His objective was to liberate the oppressed, overthrow tyrants, and establish a new, more democratic and just form of government. He was willing to sacrifice his life to achieve this goal, undeterred by threats or difficulties. Cinadon's example inspires us. Do not accept what is imposed upon you, nor what others want you to be. Be yourself, be different, be a rebel, be resolute. Cinadon's unwavering resolve is a legacy that urges us to pursue our dreams with persistence and conviction. And ingenuity. Cinadon possessed exceptional ingenuity. This quality allowed him to navigate the complex realities of Spartan society, outwit his enemies, and advance his fight for justice. He was a master of deception, skillfully manipulating opponents and discreetly obtaining vital information. Furthermore, he possessed a sharp mind, enabling him to anticipate enemy actions and find unconventional solutions to problems. Despite constant surveillance by the authorities, he managed to gather many supporters around him and keep his conspiracy secret for several months. Even when the plot was uncovered, he managed to escape and evade capture for a long time. Cinadon's story demonstrates that ingenuity is a valuable tool for overcoming difficulties and achieving one's goals. It inspires us to think strategically, adapt to various circumstances, and effectively utilize available resources. One can start by developing analytical skills and critical thinking. It is important to pay attention to details to identify opportunities and understand the essence of what is happening. Furthermore, one should learn to use ingenuity for creative and effective problem solving. It is not always necessary to resort to force or open confrontation. Sometimes intellect and strategy can be more potent. Cinadon's sharp mind continues to inspire us today to find unconventional solutions to the problems we face. Courage. Legends recount that Cinadon was the first to breach the city of Thebes when the Spartans besieged and captured it. It is also said that he was the only one who dared to defy King Agesilaus II when the king ordered the Helots to shave their heads and wear animal skins to humiliate them and emphasize their distinction from the Spartans. Cinadon refused to obey this command, declaring to the king that he was as much a Spartan as he, and not obligated to submit to his whims. But the most striking manifestation of Cinadon's bravery was his rebellion against the Spartan system, which he deemed unjust and cruel. He did not acquiesce to oppression and wait for things to change on their own. He chose to act and organize a revolution intended to end the tyranny of the minority over the majority. Cinadon understood that his undertaking was perilous and that he would face a powerful and ruthless enemy. Yet this did not deter him, for he preferred to die with honor than live in disgrace. He was a hero who fought for freedom, equality, and justice. Courage is a virtue that allows us to confront fears, problems, and challenges. It makes us strong, confident, and resolute, enabling us to defend our rights and principles. To follow Cinadon's example in your own life, you must always be brave and never allow anyone to intimidate you. It is essential to express your opinion boldly, speak the truth, and expose injustice. You must be brave enough to take risks, step out of your comfort zone, and embrace new opportunities. Therefore, if you wish to be like Cinadon, do not let fear, doubt, or apathy overcome you. Defiance. Cinadon could not reconcile himself with the injustice and inequality prevalent in society, and he dared to raise his voice against them. Even when his life hung in the balance, he remained true to his convictions, rejecting submission and blind obedience. A vivid example of his rebellious spirit was when he organized a conspiracy to overthrow the Spartan government. Aware of the risks involved, Cinadon unhesitatingly challenged the established order, striving for radical societal change. His rebellion inspired many to join his cause, igniting a flame of hope in an oppressed world. Cinadon's example teaches us not to tolerate injustice, even if it means challenging conventional norms and power structures. It is necessary to use defiance constructively, directing one's energy toward finding solutions and building a more just future. It is not merely about opposing everything, but about proposing alternatives and working towards positive change. Cinadon's defiance is a legacy that calls upon us to be agents of change in society. His example reminds us that with courage and determination, we can challenge injustice and fight for a better world for all. Let us follow his example and be people who do not surrender to oppression and strive to create a more just world. His life calls us to be agents of positive change in society, to be as brave as he was, to fight for justice, to be true to our principles, and to uphold the truth. Cinadon, the Spartan rebel, reminds us that change is possible, that hope never dies, and that by exerting effort and demonstrating resolve, we can build a better future for ourselves and for those we cherish. Cinadon's legacy is a call to action, a battle cry against injustice.